Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be looking at some brand new models for the Tyranids. An article's just gone up on the Warhammer community site introducing us to Von RYANS Leapers. An unusual name and a mysterious name that we're not getting much information about, but we do get a good look at the miniatures and a good idea about what they can do on the battlefield. So let's take a look at the models first. We'll have a close-up look. We'll see 3 model variations. I found a reference to them from way back in 2002, but not much information about these mysterious characters. But the article does give us enough information so we can have an idea about how they might fit in and the role they'll play within a Tyranid army. Okay, here we go. So this is the first model, the first of the Von RYANS Leapers, and they're setting them up pretty strong. In the article it tells us that these are one of the galaxy's ultimate hunters. That's some big words there, so they've got their work cut out for them already. And I thought, as soon as I saw it, it reminded me a lot of the Lictor, and these are going to have a lot in common with it, apparently. You may felt the same when you first saw it. It's certainly got a Lictor vibe going on, but updated, nice detail, much crisper. When you compare it to the old Lictor model, these are worlds apart. Yeah, very nice model, and brilliant to get some new Tyranids that are up to date to go along with the Termagants that we saw previously. Here's the second variation of the model. This is probably my favourite out of the 3 of them. And from this angle, it almost looks a bit like the Predator from just looking at the head there. But obviously from the other angles, that soon goes away. But when you look at the face there, it did give a little bit of a Predator vibe going on. But loving this. Great action pose. Really cool to have 3 different variations as well. And that really sets the idea up that these are going to come in a pack. Maybe that'll be a pack of 3, or it could be more models with just 3 variations. You have multiple of them in the unit. And now we've got the third model, and there's a nice little rock in there as well. He's got to be the leader of the 3, otherwise why would he have a rock? But really nice. I think the 3 of them looking together are going to be pretty cool when they're forming a unit on the tabletop, and then having these different poses is exactly what you want. Having those rigid poses from the old models is kind of quirky and fun, but when you have all the models with the different poses like this, it's just much better to look at. Here we've got a look at some different angles. So we've got like arms all over the place. Certainly got 4 there. They're going to be doing some damage and potential damage from that tail as well. So I wonder how many attacks. Is it going to be 5 attacks? 1 for each appendage? We'll have to wait to find out. And of course they've got the mouth too, which is going to surely do some damage. Maybe spit some venom. Doesn't say that in the article. I'm just kind of assuming that. But I think it's definitely going to be attacking with all those limbs and potentially the tail as well. Now, I had a look online to find out why is it called Von RYANS Leapers, because the article doesn't tell us, and there's a note at the bottom that says why they call this. That's a question for your local Magos biologist. We don't have the inquisitorial clearance to let you know. So certainly not getting any information there, but I did find this card online with the Von RYANS Leaper model, and this is from an old game, I guess, for Games Workshop back in 2002. I don't recognise it from a game, but I just found the image online, and it went back to a website that was selling this, but it didn't really tie it into a game, so I don't even know what game this is from. It's obviously a 40k collectible card game of some kind. Let me know if you do know. Be awesome to share that with everybody in the comments down below. But we're getting a look at the picture here at least. They certainly changed the face. It's a lot more beast-like in the new models, whereas this old version of it has got a lot more character on the face. And it looks like this one in the picture is acting more alone rather than as a group or potentially as a swarm. Here we've got the 3 of them all lined up again, and I think together they're going to look great. Interesting to find out just how big they're going to be. The Lictor, which they're quite similar to, comes on a 40mm base, but if these are going to come as a pack of 3 or more, I think the base is going to be a little bit smaller, maybe 32mm? What do you think? Does that look like that would be about right? Very difficult to say when you don't see him up against any other models. Video doesn't give much away either. Again, no comparison with anything else. They could be on 40mm bases, they could be quite large, maybe even as big as Warriors, but I'm thinking they're going to be a little bit smaller. So let's see what we do know about these models from the article. First of all, we know they've got a weird name. Von RYANS Leapers doesn't roll off the tongue very well. Very strange, and it certainly doesn't fit in with any of the names from any of the other models in the army. So a bit weird, but there we go. At least we've got the name. They're going to be sneaky, so expect these to be hiding in the jungle and the different terrain, jumping out at the enemy. They're ambush predators, so that definitely fits in with that sneaky idea. As we've got 3 of them there, we know they're going to be acting not alone, and it does say in the article that they're pack hunters, so expect them either to be as a swarm or a pack of maybe 3. We'll have to wait and see. Either way, they're going to certainly be jumping out at you from behind a bush. They're going to be really fast as well. Expect them to maybe cover a fair bit of distance, perhaps 6 inches, 8. 8's maybe pushing it, but I could certainly imagine covering 6 inches across the battlefield. They're certainly agile enough to cover that distance, maybe climbing as well. That could maybe factor into it a little bit, but I think that jump has got to come into it because they do mention it quite a bit. I suppose if we look at the lictor, which they are very similar to, maybe even just smaller lictors, then the lictor's got a movement of 10, so they could have a 10-inch movement actually. I wouldn't be that surprised. And with the mention of agility and swiftness, that would certainly come in and tie in with the ability the lictor has, which is called inhuman swiftness, and even the hidden hunter ability, where during deployment you can set the lictor up in hiding instead of setting it up on the battlefield. If we could do that with a group of these weird named creatures too, then that would be quite fun. But if the trailer's anything to go by, they're certainly going to be perfect to get those combi flamers out and deal some punishment to them from our Space Marines. There we go then, that's the new models for the Tyranids, and great to see more news for this new 10th edition of Warhammer 40,000. Great fun getting all these new updates drip fed as the weeks go on, and can't wait to see the full box release at the end of the month at Warhammer Fest. Let me know what you think about these models in the comment section down below, and also let me know what you think their movement will be, what special abilities they have, and how they'll perform on the battlefield. Would love to hear your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Look out for more updates as I'll keep posting videos as we get more information about new 10th edition. But thanks again for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and I look forward to seeing you here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. As always, a massive thank you to my Patreon supporters for helping me to keep making these daily videos. If you'd like to join the Patreon community and find out how you can support the channel and get some great perks too, there's a link in the description down below. Be awesome to see you there.